gonna be the baby father? Who's gonna be the baby father?
Drop a hot 16, ain't shit sweet. Real bad bitch, they ain't fucking with me. It's a real nigga speaking, stand to your feet.
Hey honey, it's your girl Asia J and welcome back to Brown Honey TV. If it's your first time here, make sure you give me a little subscribe below. And if it's not your first time here, welcome back home, honey. Last video, we talked about my 1 year post-op weight loss surgery from the duodenal switch. Just in case you didn't know, yes, your girl laid on the table and got her intestines and her stomach cut up. It's a combination of the VSG and the sleeve. It's the most extreme surgery, honey. I was 538 pounds. I didn't want to be big again, so I had the most extreme surgery. Yes, honey, you heard that right. 538 pounds. When I laid on the table, I was 452, and my current weight today, are you ready? You're not ready. You're not ready. You're gonna gag. You're gonna choke. You're gonna choke. Somebody get some help. My current weight today, literally today, is 246 pounds. Yeah. I'm about to wither away. I'm about to be blown with the wind. Going with the... I literally can't believe it. My goal weight was 250 pounds, so I have officially hit my goal weight in a year post-op. Is that supposed to happen? I'm a little scared. But honey, we're here now, and like I promised y'all in the last video, I did go see my doctor and get my blood work done. All my results have been coming back so good so far. I'm still waiting for a couple more levels to let me know if your girl's doing good. I literally got blood work yesterday. They had to get me here and here. I look like I do that amphetamine. Anyways, honey, last video I talked about what has life been like overall as far as losing 270 pounds. And today we're gonna get into the nitty gritty titty. I know you want all of the tea. Girl, how has my love life been? Yeah. I told you I was being bad in the last video, and some people thought that meant me to me. Somebody said, don't be being bad and have a baby. What would I do with one of those? What would I want to do? What would I do with one of those? What would I do with a baby? Where the baby gonna go? Who's gonna be the baby father? Who's gonna be the baby father? I don't got no prospects. I haven't met a man yet that I want to have his baby. His baby? Hard pass. Hard pass. But we can practice. But not me to me. Then, well before, like the 7 months ago we last talked about this, I made a video and I said, plus size dating will I find love. Oh, they were eating me alive. They were eating me alive. They were saying, just lose weight, just lose weight, just lose weight. I've lost the weight, now what? Where's my husband? Where's my husband? This finger is naked. It's naked. Because the reality is, it does not matter what you look like. The dating pool has fecal matter in it, okay? And everyone is drowning. Lately, I've been wondering, do I gotta get a stud to get a real nigga? Do you hear out there telling? Do I gotta get a stud to get a real nigga? Damn. Now, I do like the girls, but I like girly girls, so... You know, studs, nothing against y'all, but girly girls, you know, call me. But I ain't gonna lie to you, I love that meat. I love that, this stuff. And then now, since I've lost 270 pounds, it's different. But we'll get into that tea. We'll get into that tea too. I know you wanna know how the hokey pokey been, and I'm gonna tell you, but for now, let's take this from the top. Expectations versus reality. They said if I lost weight, my love life would get better. Has it gotten better? I have never been shy away from the fact that I was a significantly larger woman. And the reality is there's levels to this shit, okay? The plus size spectrum ranges across size, shape, skin color, race. There are so many different things that come into play that may dictate the type of plus size experience that you have. I don't feel like it's a monolith. We're not all the same. As far as me being a significantly larger woman with no shape, I was deemed one of the unacceptable fats. And now I am 245 pounds. I'm a little curvy or whatever. I am officially an acceptable fat, and not just because I said so, but the treatment says so. It's a distinct difference. It happens so fast where I remember a point in time I was only meeting men on dating apps, and now it's as if I barely even use my dating apps because I'm so used to meeting men in person now. It's almost like if I had to keep it a buck, I expect to pull me one or two when I step out. I know it's just been happening, and it keeps happening to me. And it's like, don't get me wrong, like people are way more accepting of liking big girls now, but not that big. It was like, okay, you could be big, but in person you can't be that big. And you know, I am no stranger to the fact that, yeah, I was that big. And I know sometimes when we talk about that, like, oh, that big or so big or whatever, it makes some people uncomfortable. And I'm gonna say this, and I say this all the time. I speak about my relationship with my fat body as my own. I am not speaking about your relationship with your fat body or your fat body in general. I don't care. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You do what you do, okay? You tote it, you rock it, you pop it, and you drop it on them, okay? Because they love it. I know they do. Ba 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 ba. But I'm also not going to be in denial or delusional about the fact that everybody got a type. Shit, I got a type. You know what I mean? Even in my heaviest, I had a type. And in my experience, you know, I haven't really dealt with plus size men. I haven't, more so because what we going to do together? Be two ping pongs bouncing back and forth? No. But it's so funny I say that because now I find myself liking a little fluff. I do. It makes me feel petite. But while yeah, your girl is meeting more men in public, I definitely still do have my Facebook dating account, but that's just it. I've never had no luck on Hinge, and I would damn sure never ever download Tinder again. I would never download that cesspool again. Because don't be wrong, Facebook dating is literally the same bullshit. These men will literally have looking for a relationship and looking for something casual as their like things. Babe, you can't be really looking for a relationship and looking for something casual. Those are two opposite things. Those are two opposite things, okay? And it's at a point now where, girl, I be getting so many messages. I can't type all of them, but I be talking to my phone. Hey there, how are you? I'm pretty good. While the hoes are coming in, the quality hoes have not yet. The quality hoes have not yet. Like, don't get me wrong. Men are offering me better experiences. You know, they want to take me on dates. They want to do this. They want to do that. But it's still all under the same rules, okay? They still want something. They just feel like I'm worth a little bit more for it now. I'm also having these experiences lately where I feel like men, you know, they just tell me, oh my God, you're so beautiful, you're so beautiful. It's almost like they want to parade me around. Like the men that know me, like not the men that I'm meeting that are net new, but the men that actually like know me and maybe from my past where we dealt with one another, whatever the case may be, but they were already existing in the, you know, brown honey ecosystem, okay? They not just new, come out of the woodworks with it. I feel like they are now like using me as a trophy. Like, oh my goodness, like, yes, I always believed in you. Yes, you could always do it. And I have been slowly but surely working myself out of the false sense of comfort that these situations are bringing, because it totally is a fake sense of comfort. It's not real comfort. Actually, it's probably the most dangerous space you could be in. You know, you're super still vulnerable, so you're with a person you feel like you really trust, but you're gonna hear their real thoughts. You're gonna hear the truth that they have to say about your transformation, and are you ready for it? And what if they do treat you differently? You know what I mean? Like, what if they were just, you know, humping on you beforehand and now they're really trying to be with you? How do you handle that? And it's especially hard when like they're presenting themselves as if they want to lock in with you right now, and you're meeting all these new men that want to experience you but don't want to lock in. So you feel safe, like, oh wow, you really know me. You knew me before when I was bigger. Oh, you're this, you're that. Yeah, let's just get together, babe. It's a reason why y'all have never gotten together before. And I should have listened to Alexis. Alexis told me, once you land on the table and you start transforming, do not talk to none of your old hoes. And you know what I did? Kept talking to him, kept talking to him, kept talking to him. And I felt like I was being smarter by talking to the old hoes and doing these new experiences with them versus going out in the world and meeting new people and having these experiences with them. And I think another part of it, if I'm being completely honest, and this is something that I can admit to now, I think as far as the body transformation part of this, they knew me when I was bigger. So when they see the loose skin, they see the hanging arms, they see the hanging tummy, they see the thighs, they know why it's like that. Versus some men that are going to meet me net new, if I was to strip it on down and, you know, get into that type of comfort with them, some of them may wonder, like, why your body look like that? And I don't tell them that I was just 538 pounds. I mean, if it winds up becoming a part of the dialogue, I don't mind sharing, but it's not something that I just come right out and start talking about myself. Should I? Do you? So between that and feeling like nobody new wants to lock in, they just want to experience you, and the old guys are appearing as if they do want to lock in, it's just like frustrating, because it's like, what's so good about me to experience me temporarily but not want to hold on to it, you know, forever? And that's for the new and for the past as well, because at the core, you know, for the old, I'm still the same girl. But honey, don't get it twisted. I don't want to get it lost in the sauce that just all the blast from the past. No. It's those ones that are those heavy hitters. You know what I mean? Those ones that, yeah, we should have been probably making this happen. But besides those, no man that like knew me, like knew H J, oh we cool, hey, yeah, what's up, brother? Da, da, da. can slide on me now. Please do not embarrass yourself. Do not know me then as big age and never try to talk to me, and now all of a sudden you want to talk. Back up. Then if I'm being real, the way these new men, like, that do apply pressure in the very, very beginning, because that's all it is. Y'all know I don't make it more than 3 days talking to a man. But if I, like, really hit it off with a man, he got my nose wide open. Okay, like, I'm about to align. I never did that before, by the way. I promise. I never did it. I never did it. I promise, okay? But they be applying so much pressure, it be hard to, like, still talk to the old ones, okay? It's like, also, how much time do you expect to have of mine? Okay, how much time do you expect to have of mine to waste when this man here is stepping in the name of love? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know we don't talk about him no more. The metaphors just come out. I'm sorry. That's why, honey, after some recent situations, I had to be honest with myself. And I mean this in, like, the most vulnerable way. And honestly, it kind of sucks. It really does suck talking about this way. And I know it's like, girl, you're human. Like, you have feelings. But I just recently had to be honest with myself about how deep my desire for companionship actually is. And I think a part of that is definitely, like, not having that parental presence anymore with the loss of my mommy. And, like, yeah, my dad exists, but y'all know. And not having, like, that familial love. It can leave you in a vulnerable space where you can cling to situations and cling to people that you don't have no business in. And I recently, and I do mean recently, fully freed myself from a toxic situation that honestly I had no business being in. And to be quite frank, I was arrogant to think that I could navigate this situation and I would get up with my hands clean. That simply was not the case. But again, under that false comfort, okay, you think that no, it's good, it's good. And honey, it was not good. It was not good at all. And I found myself a few times, more times than I am happy to admit, asking myself, like, do you want a man that bad? Like, are you seriously going to put up with this, that you want a man that bad? You want to have these new experiences with men that bad? I told y'all before, my ex, and I don't even want to call him my ex. Like, he's not an ex. That was a joke. It was fake. It was a ploy. It was something that Todd set up. My ex, aka Miami, and if you want to get into that, go to the video She Came to Me as a Woman, which she came to me as a woman again. Honestly speaking, please somebody remind me below to do a full relationship timeline and breakdown of that situation and her coming to me as a woman for the second time while we were in Puerto Rico. Some, are you with, girl, you know we together. You know you together. You know that we're together. But yeah, this isn't that video. This isn't that video. This isn't that video. My point is, I gotta be honest and say that it felt like it was all coming together. You know, I laid on the table in March. I rekindled with him in July. This is a man that's always been rooting for me, always supporting me, even in my heaviest weight. He's always been in my corner. He's always treated me well. We rekindle. We have this, like, magical type of, you know, reignition to everything. We stay in contact. We're seeing each other. We're planning trips. You know, I go on my first trip with the man with him and so many other different things. We're walking around together. We're taking pictures together. We're doing all of these things that I have not done since my only relationship, which was 10 years prior to that one. So imagine being single for 10 years. You lose the weight. You do what they say. You meet the guy and you finally feel like, okay, it's all figured out. And come to find out, the only thing you're going to figure out is that you need to relearn this whole new version of yourself. And I think that that is the biggest takeaway in all of this, is that I don't know this version of me. This is a version of myself that I only romanticized, only dreamed of. I've been cultivating one version of myself for 28 years. And within 1 year, within 365 days, while I am the same person on the inside, I'm also not. I'm not. And I think it's an internal battle of back and forth, where some things you want to feel like you're the exact same, but in other things you have to acknowledge that you're different. And you have to be gentle with yourself through learning your different self. So yeah, remind your girl to do a full-on story time on my very first narcissist, aka Miami. Then another blast from the past, we have Scorpio. Scorpio is the guy that I've told you guys about in the past, where, you know, I weaseled it out of him that he wasn't attracted to me. And no, he never said it outright, like, no, I'm not attracted to you. But last year, right before my birthday photo shoot, I literally just felt compelled to tell him, or at least ask him. I said, I don't think you're attracted to me. And I have a fear that after I have surgery, you will be attracted to me. And he never said like, no, yes. He said, that plays a factor. And I feel like at that point, that was everything I needed to know, that, yeah, a part of the way that we have not blossomed is because you don't view me that way. And it's like, how do you say you will marry me, you have kids with me, but I don't make it jump. Like, what? That situation totally hurt me. And it was the first time ever that I felt like I wanted to shit on somebody with my weight. I felt like I wanted to, and this is in retrospect, this is not something that I feel like fully, I feel like at the time I was just really hurting, because he is the only man, he was the only man that we were able to have that influence and that power and that impact over me, because he was the only man I cared about in that way. So he hurt me. And I told myself I wasn't going to deal with him anymore. And I didn't talk to him for a while. And we got back cool. I wind up getting in a relationship with Miami. And he did find out about it, and he was not feeling it. And he found out about it because I stopped talking to him. And I always told him, if I get in a relationship, it's not going to be appropriate for you to be in my life, because I would have picked you. If you would have picked me, I would have picked you. So the fact that you did not pick me, and that is the only reason why we're not together, is not appropriate for my partner. And I just would not want that. And he just would always be like, well, no, like, we're friends. And he would tell me that that was also one of the reasons why he did not want to be with me, because he would rather have the friendship. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, just be with me forever, okay? So fast forward to a whole 365 later plus some, I wind up inviting Scorpio to my housewarming. Scorpio came in town for my housewarming, and it was like magic. It was like absolute magic. He was everything that I wanted and more. And I even told him, I said, I like you now for reasons that I didn't before. Like, I always liked you, but what you've shown me now has given me reasons to like you in totally different ways. And, you know, if you guys want me to get into the housewarming, like, story of how that really went, like, down end to end, I can do a housewarming recap, which I totally don't mind, because it was a phenomenal event. But I'm going to summarize that experience to say that in the end, while we had an amazing weekend, we still didn't do the hokey pokey, y'all. We've never done a hokey pokey. And that really should have been a sign for me. But I just thought, like, maybe he don't want to play with my head. Like, maybe he's like, I don't want to do the hokey pokey with this girl, knowing that she really wants to be with me. And I say I want to be with her, but I'm not really ready for that. And I don't know. Am I delusional? Don't say that. Be nice, bitch. But anywho, we still didn't do the hokey pokey, but we had our first kiss. Yes, girl. I've been knowing that boy since I was 14 years old. He was 15 years old, and we literally had our first kiss. And he just kissed me. Like, I remember we were talking, like, outside of the bar, and he just kissed me, and it was just like, and he held me. Like, it was so much. Mind you, we've slept next to each other before and never, like, cuddled or nothing. And that's how I know at the end of the day, babe, you were not attracted to me. And now you are. But it's still not enough. We ended that weekend having some dialogue later in the week where he told me he's not ready. And that hurt. It hurt because it was another example of feeling like I finally got it figured out and I finally have my person, and it's like, no, you don't have a person and it's not figured out. You are back at the drawing board again. And honestly, the way he went about it too put a bad taste in my mouth, where I felt like he told me he was just being himself. He was just doing everything he wanted to do. He wasn't doing anything intentionally extra while he was here. But girl, you would have thought that me and him been together for 40 years and 40 nights. Okay, the way he was moving about me and the way he absolutely adored me. Like, there's video of him in one corner, me in another corner, and I see it, you know. And they did a video, like, camera thing, and passed my phone around, and you see the love. And right now the love isn't there because I was going to Puerto Rico, and we were talking right before I was going to Puerto Rico. He's like, oh, we're going to Puerto Rico. I'm like, oh, my friend, da 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 da. And then my friend was Miami. So I went to Puerto Rico with my ex, and I was not intentionally or unintentionally, you know, posting a man that I was with a man, not with a man or whatever. I'm not really thinking too much of it. I'm getting. I really was not trying to do too much because I can. If I wanted to do too much, especially with that one, I could do too much. But who would want to be seen with the neighborhood clown? Not me, bitch. I wouldn't want nobody to know I was out with that idiot. Okay, I just wanted to have a good time, and I did. Nonetheless, he was replying to my stories while I was in Puerto Rico. Girl, he saw a picture of some man legs sitting in the background, and I had a little dress on. He didn't say shit else the rest of the trip. Then one day I looked up why he unfollowed me and removed me as a follower and ain't said 2 words to me. This is my thing though. You say you're not ready. You don't got no timeline on when you're gonna be ready. How long do you want me to wait? Because while my life is not on hold, I'm still saving room for you. And at the end of the day, either you gonna be my man or you gonna watch me get men. Those are your 2 choices. Be my man or watch me get men. Then girl, still in these blasts from the past. I promise you this is the last one. It really, really is, okay? This is the last one. I don't got no more either that I would even entertain. But this is the guy that took my virginity. Literally my V card. And we're gonna call him DC. I met DC my freshman year of high school, his sophomore year of high school, and immediately I had a crush on him. He was dancing like in the gym. And y'all know I love a man that can dance. Because I feel like if you can dance, you can, you know. Was I thinking that as a 14-year-old? Who the fuck taught me that? Wait, I don't think that was my thoughts. I just thought it was cute. He played basketball, I thought it was cute. We had recently gotten communication, talking to each other because he was coming up to Dallas for an event. And of course, who lives in Dallas? I live in Dallas. So we had rekindled a little bit, but it wasn't too much conversation. Even before that, we have been in touch on social media for the last like couple of years, but we hadn't really done much dialogue. But of course, with him coming down, we're talking frequently. We're FaceTiming, we're kiki-keying or whatever. And honestly, I did not know what the experiences was going to be like when he did come down here, because I'm gonna keep it a bug. Like, this was my boyfriend and I gave my virginity to him because it was a special type of situation. This was he was cute, I was ready to do the Humpty Dumpty, and I picked him type of situation. And girl, we did it every day for like a year and a half, okay? You know how they was like, your mama never home? My mama was never home, God rest her soul. I'm so sorry, girl. But yeah, we was doing the Humpty Dumpty, okay? We was doing the okey pokey, putting the foot in, twirling all about. So this is a man that I have like I ain't gonna say that soul tie shit, because ain't nobody connected to my soul. On my soul. Ain't nobody connected to my soul. And not everlasting. Okay, I ain't met that yet. But clearly with him taking my, you know, V, I feel deeply connected to him. And, you know, I'm just gonna keep it real brief on this situation. This man came into town and treated me exactly how I deserve to be treated. So much so that it overwhelmed me. It overwhelmed me. One of the nights that we went out, he took me out to go watch the game one night. Then we went out to the club one night. Mind you, he had a hotel. He was not staying with me, but one of the nights he did want to stay with me. We get up in the morning. He's like, let's go get some Waffle House. Like, okay, let's go get some Waffle House. We get up, we go get some Waffle House. And y'all, this is when I really knew that I am hurting myself more than I am helping myself to enjoying these new experiences that I haven't had before. Like, it's no shame in my game. I'm not gonna sit here and flex and act like, you know, men have been spending money on me and taking me places and doing all this nice stuff for me. They haven't. This is all very new for me. And to be honest with you, I've been enjoying the experiences more than I've been enjoying the people that I've been experiencing it with. But that is in retrospect thought when I ask myself, really, like, do you really want to be with them? Girl, fuck no, you don't want to be with them. But you do want to continue to be with the feeling that it brings when you have a partner and somebody that cares about you. And I know I don't want that just temporarily. I want that long term. So girl, while we leaving a Waffle House, and I promise you, maybe I was a little drunk from the night before too. I'm just gonna blame that as well. Why I start crying? Like, literally my eyes were watering. So at first I was able to play it off. I'm like, oh no, my contacts are just, and he's like, oh, like, you good? I'm like, yeah. Girl, I couldn't. I literally started boo-hooing. I started boo-hooing, like, not a boo-hoo, like, but my eyes were just running and running because I was so overwhelmed with emotions because it was like, I'm getting what I deserve, but I'm still not getting what I deserve. And would I rather have just a little bit of it, you know, just to say I have it, or would I rather take that step back and slow down and continue to practice discipline and patience and wait to get what I fully deserve? It's like, at the end of the day, honey, of course I love myself. Don't get me wrong. And men are not the center of my life by any means. I've built and I've lived such a fruitful life in my 28 years and now going into 29, where life is just so different. So it's not like I'm trying to get somebody to lock me down tomorrow, but it's like, I love myself so much. I want somebody to love me too. I want somebody to experience this with me as well. I am looking forward to it, and I won't shy away from it. But at the end of the day, honey, I don't want a man that bad, okay? And you shouldn't either. I hope you enjoyed this girl talk, getting into my love life. If you got any more questions and you want me to get into any specific, you know, DC, Miami, Scorpio topic, or any other men you've ever heard me mention, let me know, and we'll do like a little makeup and chit chat. Until next time, honey, bye.
Look me in my eyes when you speak to me. Real boss bitch, got my own shit. Love a nigga dick, but that's about it. Brown skin honey, reppin' murder mid. Fam on my back, I ain't losing for shit. First, not the last, to be this lit. Fuck the moolah, if it can't be split. Next up, get used to it. When you hear brown honey, you know it's me, bitch.